Hello, and welcome to another edition of Academic Matters. I'm Joe Marbach, the Provost at LaSalle University. In this segment of the show, I'm joined by Dr. Denise Bailey, who is a newly tenured and appointed Associate Professor in the School of Nursing and Health Sciences. Denise, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, before we started taping, Denise, you were telling me that you're coming to the academic side a little bit later, that you spent 25 years in the field working. Give us a little bit of your background and then what led you to want to pursue a career in teaching?
Well, I'm a graduate of Widener University, 1976. I had a very successful career as a head nurse, and I was supervisor at one time. My background is in ICU, CCU, neurosurgery, and for a while I did run the blood donor center and gave all the inpatient chemotherapy at Crozier-Chester Medical Center. I did that for about 7 years. Then I had a few children. I had 2 children, and I still wanted to work to keep up my licensure. So I thought, okay, I'll work, and when my children reached about kindergarten age, I decided I needed more. I needed more in my life. I needed more professionally. My family was great. They'd always come first, they still do, but I needed to challenge myself. So I decided I was going to test the waters after 20 years of practice, or 20-some years of practice, and go back for my first graduate class. I decided to take the CSN program, which is a certified school nurse program at Widener University, to see if I was happy 20 years later as a student, and that worked very, very well. So I was able to complete my CSN, and I thought, well, I was here, I might as well complete a master's degree. So I completed a master's degree in education, and then I thought, oh, what the heck, I have 2 transcripts out, let's go for a third. So I signed up for the Doctor of Education program at Widener University, to which I finished in 2006. And when I got out, I thought, oh my, where am I going to go? And I looked around, I had a few offers, and I thought, I'm going to take a stab at this. So I had a mutual colleague here from graduate school who still works here, and she suggested my name to the Department of Nursing here, School of Nursing and Health Sciences. And lo and behold, I started teaching adjunct. I taught statistics for the healthcare professional, nursing leadership, organization, and management, and I really liked it here. Something clicked, something excited me, something made me rejuvenated. So a full-time position came up, and in 2009, I was asked to take a position full-time as a public health nurse, and during that time, I did accept the position. I enrolled myself in the Masters of Public Health Nursing program here.
Okay.
I completed that program, and in 2010, I got my second master's degree in MSN in Public Health Nursing, and now I'm very happy to say I am involved with all the undergraduate public health nursing, and on a graduate level, I'm the track coordinator for the Masters of Science program in Public Health Nursing.
Great. So you really, when we talk about lifelong learners, you epitomize what it means to be a lifelong learner.
I really think it's important. I try to tell my students every opportunity that I can to engage in learning. Always keep searching for more academic work, more questioning, more seeking out answers to academic questions they may have, evidence-based learning, and I try to engage them in my pedagogy to look for these sources.
Yeah. Now, our nursing program is very much applied. You know, we're preparing people to get out there and work and help people and care for people. And we do that in a number of ways, whether it's clinicals or in what we actually do. And what I'm referencing here is the neighborhood nursing clinic, which you've directed and which has a long history here at LaSalle. Give us a little background of the nursing center.
The nursing center, the LaSalle Neighborhood Nursing Center, has been around for in excess of 20 years. I feel it's the crown jewel of some of our programs here at LaSalle. We have a neighborhood nursing center that provides a number of services. We do outreach to the community, and we do health education, health promotion, and we go out into the community to vulnerable populations that may be out there and offer screening services, whether that would be glucose monitoring, blood pressure monitoring, cholesterol screenings. We screen and refer to for diagnostic treatment, and we do this at no cost to our clients, but what we want to do is provide better health care for them. And in some instances, it's the only health care that they do receive or are able to afford. So we're very proud of our programs. We have a program for called Mature Health Connections, which is a health and wellness program for individuals who are 55 years and older who may not be old enough for Medicare services and may not have insurance. So we target this population so that we can give them health and education and wellness and give them the resources they need so that they can take better care of themselves.
And this is for a population that lives in and around the LaSalle University
Yes,
community. So
yes.
it's directly in the neighborhood.
It is within our 5 zip codes here in the GLOW area, Germantown, Logan, Olney, West Oak Lane sections. And we are very, very proud of our record because we are out there. We go out on weekends. We go out anytime that we are able to, where we can afford the manpower to provide these health and wellness programs to benefit the community. And we have very vulnerable populations that we are very much concerned about in our community around the university. So providing them the health care and health services that they need is very much what we do at the nursing center.
Now, Denise, you say we. Who's the we besides yourself? Is it other faculty? Is it our students, our graduate students or undergraduate students? Who's providing some of those services?
A number of people. We are a grant-sustained center, which means we get grant monies at times to put programs into place. We have a health intervention program which is run by the Philadelphia Department of Health, and we provide services to at-risk mothers, children in the general area. For that, we hire, out of grant monies, our staff. However, with the public health end of it, we're very privileged to be able to send our nursing students to the neighborhood nursing center for rotations in their senior clinical public health program. We're not able to send every student there, but we are able to send a significant number of students each semester to work at the center with some of the programs that we have that are grant funded. And we also work with them in outreach to the community, where they would set up health fairs and bring the community in. We want to engage the community. We want to have the community come into us because we are representatives of the university. And I think it's very important to instill into our students a sense of service and service to the community in which they live. And they get a first-hand picture of how we serve our community and what it's like to be LaSallian.
Yeah, and it seems that that's a theme, the service is a theme throughout the university, but even within the School of Nursing and Health Sciences, with a separate program for public health, but it's urban public health.
Yes.
And it ties into the nursing track public health, so that we are really attacking it from different angles, but public health is so broad that it really allows us to
take a more
concentrate.
interprofessional approach, which would be ideal and which we're working on at the present time.
Is that unusual, or is that the basic nature of public health, that it's interdisciplinary, interprofessional?
A lot of work in the community involves working with different professions, whether it's with health professions or whether it's with community members, community leaders. We always try to engage the community in what we're doing to keep them active and to tell them that we are here for them. Also, we are very much into interprofessional collaboration. And for a client to be properly cared for and given the care that they need, it's very important for us to stress the importance of not only working from a nursing standpoint, but maybe with social work, maybe with occupational therapy, maybe with speech therapy. There are a lot of different agencies that we also partner with in the community to bring the services to the people that require the needed services and have the greatest need.
Okay. So a lot of it is public outreach, it's public education, it's preventative medicine.
Right.
An ounce of prevention worth a pound of cure.
I think so. It's wellness, and we focus on prevention. If we can prevent something from happening, a health event from happening, it's better than waiting for someone to actually be symptomatic. So prevention is our main goal. Prevention, education, and just promoting wellness so that the health outcomes are better.
Denise, we're less than a minute. I told you it goes quickly when,
Yes.
when you talk about things you love. If somebody's watching and they're in the Glow area, Germantown, Logan, West Olney, West Oak Lane, how do they get in touch with the Neighborhood Nursing Center? Is it through the LaSalle website? Is there a phone number?
Yes, the LaSalle website will give information, contact information, and I would suggest going on the website to find that information, and we do call back promptly and try to give them the information they need, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Denise. My guest has been Dr. Denise Bailey, who is a newly appointed associate professor in the Department of Nursing in the School of Nursing and Health Sciences. When we come back, I'll be joined by Dr. Majid Devana, who is a professor in the Department of Management and Information Sciences.
I'm a writing center tutor, and I know more.
I'm an athlete, and I know more.
I'm a professor, and I know more.
I'm in Greek life, and I know more.
I'm an RA, and I know more.
If you see someone who may be at risk of sexual assault, step up and keep them safe. For more information about sexual assault and what you can do to prevent it, visit knowmore.org. Show your support by speaking out against sexual assault by using the No More hashtag on social media.
Cyberbullying comes in many forms and can happen 24/7. If you or someone you know is a victim of cyberbullying, take preventative and assertive action. Keep evidence and document all instances. Remember to record dates, times, descriptions, and also save and print screenshots. Block your cyberbully and present your evidence to school officials or law enforcement. No one deserves to be a victim of cyberbullying, and together we can end it. For more information, visit stopbullying.com.
From our campus to the city of Philadelphia, Tune in and watch because we know you will love LaSalle TV.
Hello, and welcome back to Academic Matters. Once again, I'm Joe Marbach, the Provost at LaSalle University. In this segment, I'm joined by Dr. Majid Tovana, who's a professor in our Business Systems and Analytics program, which I misspoke to Majid and said it was Management and Information Sciences, which is the old program.
Yes.
Welcome to the program first.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
And second, normally I ask for some background, but let's talk about business analytics.
Yes.
Because it's an emerging field, and maybe you can weave in how you come to business analytics from your prior background.
Yes. Well, business analytics basically refers to skills, technologies, and also practices that managers continuously use by analyzing the data to make effective decisions and solve problems. Now, there are different subsets inside business analytics. Basically, with business analytics, business analytics can help managers answer three questions. One is, what happened in their business? What will happen in the business? And what should happen in business? Mm-hmm. So that's, as you said, it's an emerging field. And using business analytics techniques that focus on past data or really answer the question of what happened, they're called descriptive analytics. So that's one subset. Also, business analytics techniques that they look at what will happen, they answer that question for managers, they're called predictive analytics. And the third subset is basically what should happen. How can we change the course of future? Those techniques are called prescriptive analytics. So really it's a collection of a bunch of mostly mathematical and computer techniques and methodologies that help managers look at the data and make effective and informed decisions.
Yeah. Now, a lot of this develops in an era of what they call big data, right?
Correct.
That we just have so much information, and it could be social media, collect what our likes and dislikes on Facebook, or people are tracking our viewing habits with television and what we're purchasing. How has that exploded? Is it all because of technology? And this is your key area that you focus on.
Well, let me give you a little bit of history. When I started actually LaSalle in 1984. And when I came to LaSalle, our major was called operations management. So that's really the focus was a lot on using techniques and methodologies, not a whole lot of computers, that help managers to be more effective and efficient. So that was like kind of maybe 80s. In 90s, the technology become kind of like people got used to it. And now all of a sudden businesses are taking advantage of a lot of technology. So at least our discipline was called Management Information System. That's where you refer to when you introduced me as, that's really what we used to be called. Now over the past 5 or maybe 7 years now, this here business analytics and big data has emerged, which is really, it's a combination of 3 different disciplines. It's statistics, computer technology and computer science, and basically the third part is operations research. So these 3 disciplines, they came together, and basically you're using technology, you're using some mathematical methods or techniques to help managers basically unlock this mystery, what's in data, what's going on. And as you said, with big data, there are tons of data out there. The problem is a lot of managers, a lot of businesses, they don't know what to do with it. So all of a sudden we saw the value in data, and basically big data and business analytics emerged as a field to basically help managers to look at this data more effectively and make informed decisions.
Okay. Now, in terms of your own work, it's not just limited to the classroom. You've been a fellow with NASA.
Yes.
And again, another type of organization that's using lots of data
Yes.
to do analysis. Well, describe some of your work there and other work outside the classroom that you've been helping industry.
Yes. In terms of my experience, since 1996, I have pretty much every summer. My wife doesn't like it, but I travel somewhere exotic, such as Mississippi or Houston. So I basically have done a lot of summer works at the Kennedy Space Center, at Johnson Space Center, Stennis Space Center, and that's for NASA. I've come back to the kind of work I have done for them. And also I have done some work for the Air Force Research Lab and Naval Research Lab. So most of my work at NASA has been involved developing decision support systems, looking at a lot of data, helping managers at NASA make different type of decisions. So I have been there for a long time, so I've worked on many different projects, from human exploration of Mars. We worked on a project for 3 years on how to get to Mars, which still is that whole work is in progress. Also, I work at the shuttle engineering office, how, for example, look at the data collected by different contractors and see their efficiency and effectiveness. We could come down to the money side of it for budgeting purposes, and also work on projects for global warming in Europe and a number of different projects for NASA. Similarly, I have worked on project at the Naval Research Lab. Mostly my projects involve autonomous underwater vehicles. Basically, these underwater vehicles, they collect a lot of data, and then it becomes challenging what to do with this data. So some of it is classified, but that's one of the projects I worked on. And at the Air Force Research Lab, my focus has been on designing and developing decision support system for military command and control systems. So that's, obviously that has, I have used that experience in my research, and also share it in my classroom for my students.
Yeah, let me ask you about that. How do you translate that into the classroom? Is it through case studies, or do you take, as you're talking about with the military, your field operations command and control, there's lots of variables and they're moving and constantly changing. Yeah, exactly. How do you use it in the classroom?
Well, in the classroom, mostly has been case studies. But I was also fortunate, because of those experiences, I was able to work with a number of very smart people, obviously in these government agencies. And I've developed 3 software packages for basically that we use it now in our classroom, in our MBA program and our undergraduate program. These are software packages. They're modeling packages. The one is called Decide. That's really, the technology is called influence diagramming. We developed something called Decode, which is for natural language programming. Another one, which is called BWise, is for expert systems. All of these packages, they were really developed because of my exposure and experience at NASA and Air Force Research Lab, and also Naval Research Lab. And now we use them in the classroom in our MBA program and undergraduate through a lot of real-life problem solving. Most of our courses are hands-on in the classroom, and the students use that to these tools to look at data and make decisions.
Now, once they're done within the classroom, are these is this kind of software they can take with them to apply to a corporation and help them continue to make decisions?
Yes, actually, a couple of them we are working, I've done some work with Microsoft. A couple of them, they really are extensions to Excel. So really, these are tools, Decide and Decode, are programs that make Excel a lot more easier to use and more powerful in terms of building complex business models, yes.
Now, let me go back, tie it back to what you were talking about, the types of analytics that goes on. Would these be along the lines of predictive analytics, or are they more descriptive so that somebody knows
Yeah,
what
most
data
of the
they've got?
tools we have developed, descriptive analytics is pretty much really about, that's statistics.
Okay.
So these are really mostly predictive and prescriptive analytics. These are basically tools that tell you this is where you're heading and how can you change course of actions by making effective decisions. So pretty much predictive and descriptive, prescriptive analytics.
Okay, and then it's that point, I guess, that the theory comes in of how to change the course of an organization and how to...
Correct.
Does culture come into play?
A lot of times, because as we know, that's always a constraint. If you build a model, culture is going to be a part of that constraint. And although it's a little bit difficult to bring it into a mathematical model, but that comes in play. Like one of the projects we work on is we simulate how a multinational bank wants to expand into 20 different countries all over the world. That's a very complex problem because you have to look at not only economic factor, but there is the social factors, technological factors. You have to put all of these things together. So we build a computer model that basically account for all of these pieces of the puzzle, put them together, help them make a decision.
And then they can pick how they put it into place in those institutions and where they go.
Yes.
Okay. Majid, we're just about out of time. I appreciate you sharing your expertise with us and,
Thank you very much.
your experience at NASA and with the military.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate the invitation.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
My guest has been Dr. Majid Tavana, who is a professor in our Business Systems and Analytics program here at LaSalle's School of Business at LaSalle University. Once again, my name's Joe Marbach. I'm the provost at LaSalle. Thank you for watching.